Hello everyone, Neil from PodConnect here. In this video we're going to go over how to set up the software and make sure it is ready to install, as well as upload your products to all of the different integrations that we offer. So to get started, head over to podconnect.io and you want to make sure you have an account. Once you have an account here, you can log in from the top menu under login. Now once you're logged in, you're going to see a page like this. Very, very simple. You're going to have Windows 32, Windows 64, and Mac. So if you're on a Mac, you can go ahead and select Mac. But if you are a Windows user, by default, you should probably download the Windows 32-bit version. If you are on, a nicer version of Windows, you want to download the Windows 64-bit version. So all you want to do is simply click on this. I'm on a Windows machine, and it's going to go ahead and download here. So we'll give it a few seconds to download, and we'll go over how to install it. All right, so it is downloaded. Now, if you want to install this, all you need to do is open it up, and it will look just like this. Take this link right here, put it on your desktop, somewhere outside of this folder, because this is a zip folder, and once it's on your desktop, go ahead and click it, and it will install the software. That is literally it. If you do have a antivirus on your computer, it may throw an error. The reason for that is when you install the PodConnect software, it's going to download a Chromium window in the background. That is where all of the uploading to these different platforms occurs. So if you do see an error, just make sure that you accept it, that the download goes through your firewall. This is a false positive if that does happen. If not, then once it's installed, you are ready to log in. Now let me move that off the screen here, and you see in the upper left-hand corner here, I already have PodConnect installed, so we're going to go ahead and double-click it, which will bring us to a window that looks like this. Now, this is the window that you want to enter in your email and password for PodConnect, so give me one moment here, and let's go ahead and log in. All right, so we've gone ahead and logged in, and this is what the software is going to look like. You're going to have your CSV table, your images table, the services that we offer, and the uploader. Now, in order for the software to know what to upload, we're going to have to create a CSV table. Now, a CSV, separated values, this is going to be done in either Excel or Google Sheets. Google Sheets is absolutely free, so I'm going to show you how to do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to create a file to put into the software, which is going to tell the software what to upload, what titles to upload, what tags, descriptions, so on and so forth. So let's head over to Google Sheets. Okay, if you don't know how to get here, just Google Sheets, absolutely free, and create a new sheet. It's going to look just like Excel here. Now, once you're inside, we need to put in the information into the sheet that we want to upload. So this can be in any order you want, but I'm going to go ahead and put in just the general information that we're going to need, such as title. We're going to put description. We all need tags. Let's go with price and image path. Now make sure when you're doing this, each one of these is in its own separate column. If you put it all in one column, it's not going to work. Now you see that we put the headers here in the first row, and for row 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth, that is where you're going to put each individual design's title, description, tags, etc. So let me go ahead here and paste in some information that I have for one of my designs. All right, so we've gone ahead and entered in the title, the description, and tags of the design, and now we need to give it a price. This price can be anything you want, but it needs to be a price that is going to be profitable on where you are uploading. So if you're using PodConnect, it offers lots of different uploading options. Just make sure that the products you're uploading to, this price is actually going to give you a profit. So for this example, we're just going to do $19.99. And then the last thing we need to fill out here is the image path. Now, if you're on a Mac, your image path is going to look a little bit different. So your path is going to start with / so on and so forth. I believe you can get there by going to the properties of the image. If you are on a PC, I have a design folder here. Here's the design. I'll open it up so you guys can see it. It looks just like this. So we're going to put this inside of our CSV file. The way you do that is if you have a design or multiple designs, you'd want to select the design, hold down Shift on your keyboard, right click, and then you want to click Copy as Path. Now let's go back over to our CSV file here, and in the image path, you simply want to paste it in there. But remember, very, very important, that we do not keep any quotation marks around our file path. So this is going to tell the software, hey, where is this image, so that I can upload it to the different platforms that PodConnect offers. All right, so this is what your simple CSV file is going to look like. You can add other columns in here. You can put them in any order you want, but generally, most of the products are going to just require title, description, tags, price, and where the image is on your computer. Now, once you're done with this, we need to save it somewhere on our computer as a CSV file. The way you do that, you go File, you want to download, and you want to download it as a comma-separated values CSV sheet right there. And as you see, it is downloaded. So give me 1 second. I'm going to move this to the desktop. All right, I've gone ahead and added it to the desktop here. You can title it anything you want. We're going to call it PodConnect. And there you go. We are ready to set up the software. So let's minimize this screen, minimize this, and bring up PodConnect here. So now we can actually set up the software ready to upload our designs to the different services that we offer. The first tab you're going to see is the CSV table. Okay, that's what we just created. Now there's two options here, two buttons. You can upload a CSV or you can upload a CSV with headers. Now what we did was we added headers. Headers are what you put in the first row: title, description, tags, price. If you did not include those headers in the CSV file, you'd want to just upload the CSV. We did, so we're going to click this button and upload the CSV that we just created. All right, so we clicked OK, we uploaded to the software, and here you're going to see line by line exactly what we just made. We have the title, description, tags, price, and the image path. Now you're going to see this for each and every design in your CSV file, and if you want to add more designs to your CSV file, simply open up your CSV, add them to that file, and then you'd want to clear this out and re-upload it each time you have new designs in the file. Now this is all looking great. The next tab we have is the images table. If you put the image path where the image is located on your computer inside of this CSV file, you can completely skip this. If you cannot figure out how to add a image path to your file, then this is where you would want to upload the different designs that you'd want to put on different products through PodConnect. So since we added the image path to the CSV table, we can go ahead and skip this images table tab right here. Now lastly, all we need to do is set up the different services. So let's go through one by one, and I'll show you guys how to do this. So let's start with Printful. We'll start from the top and work our way down to Printify. Now Printful is a print-on-demand partner. It is not a marketplace. So in order to use Printful, you need to set it up with an integration that they offer. So I'm going to bring over a Printful test account here. Now, once you have a Printful account, you'll want to go to printful.com, grab an account, and then create a store. So I'll just show you what that looks like. When you're creating a store, it's going to say, hey, to create a new store, choose your method. You won't see any of this when you first log in. We'll go choose platform, and we'll pick a platform to integrate with. So if you're selling on Etsy, you will click the connect button on Etsy. If you're selling on Shopify, same thing. A lot of sellers I know are using this with Etsy because there is a great market there for print-on-demand goods. So all you'd want to do is click connect and go through the different settings that it asks you to fill out. Now, in order to set up PodConnect here, you'll want to go back to your stores once you have integrated Printful with a store, and you'll see a list of your stores. If this is the first time you're going to do this, you're going to see a single store. So we're going to use this one that's connected with Etsy here. In order to set it up in PodConnect, simply click the store, and in the upper URL box here, you're going to see a long URL that looks just like this. you want to copy everything through the numbers. Okay, so your URL is gonna look something like printful.com/dashboard/sync store equals, and then there's gonna be numbers. Do not copy and sync product type, so on and so forth. So just through the numbers, that's what we want to copy, and paste that directly into PodConnect and click Save. This is going to tell the software what store you want to upload to. Now, you're going to have a ton of different products in here to select. You can go through this list. It's very, very long. I'm just going to simply pick one. Let's go with the 64,000 unisex soft style tee. So we're going to click Choose. And now you have the options to actually set up the PodConnect software to upload to this shirt through your Printful store, which will then push it to the integration. So now all we need to do is select some options. We can, check all, uncheck all. I'm going to select black and dark heather. We're going to go with large. Now you can select all of these. And then you're going to get to some options that look like this. So it's going to ask you, hey, where do you want the front print of the shirt? What do you want to print on the front? So we want to use the drop-down menu, okay, and select image path. Now this image path, all you're doing is you're mapping the option on the left to what you included in the CSV file here. So we put a column here for image path. That is exactly what we're going to map it to. Now you see every single column that I put in my file and uploaded it to PodConnect are in here. So if you put price, that would throw an error. We want to upload the image path. That's where the image is on the computer. Do we want a back print? If you don't want a back print, just simply don't use the drop-down menu. There's no reason to do that. So leave this blank. I'm going to print just on the front, so I'm going to ignore all of these options. Now we get to the mock-up style. You can leave this blank, and Printful will automatically push the default mock-up to the store, but I'm going to show you how to fill out this option right here. So let me bring back over Printful so you guys can see it. We're going to do it manually so I can show you. We're going to go 64, I think it was 1,000. Here we go. I'm going to add a random design in here, and I'm going to proceed to mockups. Okay, so this is what the mockup screen is going to look like inside of Printful. So as you see, this guy right here, men's mockups, and the front, this is what the default is going to be if you did not fill this out inside of PodConnect. But let's say that we wanted women's one mockups here. Okay, so it says women's one mockups. The first thing you want to do is put that in the mockup style. Okay, the mockup style, as you see on Printful here, this is the mockup style, women's one mockups. All we're going to do is we're going to enter that in here. Now, if you put this in your CSV file, you could pick where you put it here. But since we have not, we're just going to enter in the information. Women's one mockups. It needs to be exactly like you see on Printful. These options are going to be different for each product, so make sure before you upload, you double check that that is what you want. Now, second here, we see that women's one mockups only has one image here. Let me go back and select a different color. So let's say we have these. We picked two colors here. If we go to women's one mockups, like we want to select, you're going to see that now there is a white and a black mockup image, and there only is a front. So the next thing you want to fill out here is the main mockup category. Okay? Sometimes you're going to see front. You might see left, center, back. That is going to be the main mockup category. In this case, there's only one. This is front, so that's what you want to enter. We're going to go ahead and type in front, exactly like you see it on Printful here. Now finally, the software, if you can see on the left, is asking for the main mockup image. Do we want to push white or black? If we want to push white, there's no need to enter anything in here. But if we want to push black, simply find the name. This one says black. This might be different depending on what product you are pushing, so don't just assume it's the color. This one says black, so that is what we are going to put in there. Black, and then you are good to go. Now, this unchecked categories here is if you did not want to push some of these additional mockups, you would put the names in this box. I am good with the mockups being pushed, so we're going to leave that blank. Now, finally, all you have to do is map the data that we put in the CSV column to the data it's asking for. So for the title, we have a title column, so we'll pick that. For the description, same thing. For the tags, we have a tags column. All of this was uploaded in our CSV file here. So finally, it's going to ask for price. I'm going to select price. That's it. And now Printful is completely set up and ready to upload. So let's go over to Teespring and we'll set all of these up and then we'll be good to go. So we'll head over to Teespring here. And you're doing the exact same thing we just did with Printful. You're mapping options to what it asks for. So first, for the picture here, we're going to go, hey, where do you want to upload this picture? I'm going to go image path. That's what I want to upload to Teespring. For the title, same thing. We're going to map the title that we want to upload to the title we put in our CSV file. Same with description. And for now, we're going to leave add products to existing URL blank. Using this, if you had uploaded to Teespring previously, what you want to do is put in a URL here of an existing product that you want to add products to that listing. This is for if there is a listing live, maybe a new product comes out, you want to upload new products to that listing. This is what you'd want to put right there. But we're going to leave that blank since we're uploading a brand new design. And then we get down to the products that Teespring offers. They offer a lot of different products here, lots of different variations. So you can check all, okay? If you check all, there's going to be a lot of options to pick. Make sure you go through and set that up. For this example, I'm going to do a classic tee. I'm going to do a classic tank top. So you can come down here and we can pick the different colors that we want for these two products we're going to upload to. All right, so I've picked a few colors. And finally, we get to the very bottom. It's going to say, okay, these are the products we picked, classic tee and classic tank top. What do we want the default color to be? We can change the default color here: black, deep red, smoke gray, black, chrono blue, charcoal. Each one of these is going to have different colors because they're different products. Now, there's two more columns here. There's the price in the US and the price in the EU when you are uploading these. And as you see, here are the default prices that are grayed out here. If you want to price differently, you can either add that into your CSV or manually enter it. But if you choose to leave these blank, it's going to upload to Teespring with the default prices that you're going to see here. I like the default prices. I think those are good to go. So we're going to leave it, and it's going to upload these two products with the default prices. All right, now we are on to Redbubble. Same thing we did before. We're going to map the options on the left to the CSV file on the right. So what do we want to upload to Redbubble? The image path. It's going to ask for a background color. Okay, you can select this, pick what background color you want. You can enter in your own hex code, or if you put this in your CSV file, you could use the drop-down menu. I did not put it in the CSV file, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep it as black. Same with markup percentages. So with the markup percentage, you can put that in your CSV file. I'm going to just enter in 40. Now there's different marketplaces here: English, France, Spanish. We're just going to stick with English, but you could select all of them. And we'll come in here and simply map the title, tags, and description to our CSV file. Now we get down here, copy settings from existing work. Now let me open up a Redbubble account here. I'm going to show you how this works. So this is a test Redbubble account. Let's say you've added designs to Redbubble before. You've gone in here and you've clicked edit. So we're on the edit page. We'll let all these product previews come in. Let's say that these looked a little off. So you came in here and you resized all your images. You picked the colors that you wanted, and everything looks good to go. And if you want to make sure that these settings, the settings that you change in the products, are passed on to everything else you uploaded, that's when you want to use this copy settings URL. So what you'll do is you'll come back to this page, okay, manage portfolio. You'll click on the little cog here and you'll click copy settings. Now on this page of the product that you want to copy all the settings that you've changed, copy the URL here, okay, and paste it into the software. You could have this URL inside of your CSV file, but what this is going to do is every new product we upload, it's going to take the settings of this product, so the resizing of the images, the different colors, and it's going to put it on every other product from now on. Every other design you have is going to use the same setting. So this is very, very helpful in making sure that everything looks right and is positioned to sell. Now next, we have all the product previews. Okay, Redbubble offers lots of different products that other print-on-demand companies do not offer. So I'm going to go ahead and select check all. I like them. The last thing you have to set up here is, what do you want the default view in your shop to be? I typically keep this as image only, but you can pick any of the different products that you want to show up. And finally, is this mature content? Yes or no. No, this is not mature content in this case. So we have fully set up Redbubble. Now let's go to Spreadshirt. Spreadshirt is fairly easy to set up. There's a USA Spreadshirt, a EU, and DE. You will need to set up individual accounts if you want to select all three of these, okay? In this case, for example purposes, I'm going to do just the USA. And now we get to templates. You need to set up a template on Spreadshirt. That means go get a Spreadshirt account, okay? Log in and then start building a product inside of Spreadshirt. This is going to tell a Spreadshirt what products you want for the design, what colors, all of that information. So you need to upload one manually in order to set this up in PodConnect. Once you've uploaded one manually, you can save that as a template inside of Spreadshirt. You have to do that in order to make sure PodConnect is set up. So I've already gone ahead and done that, so I'm going to say use template, and the template name that I created is real unique here, shirt example. So that's going to be the template inside of Spreadshirt. You need to enter in the exact name that you name your template when you manually create one in Spreadshirt. That is a requirement in order to use PodConnect here. Once you've done that, very, very simple, you're doing the same thing. So for picture, what do we want to upload to Spreadshirt? The image path. Name, description, and tags. We're just going to map that to the title, the description, and the tags that we included in our CSV file, and we are good to upload to Spreadshirt. So very, very straightforward. The last service we are going to go over to set up here is Printify. Now with Printify, they offer a lot of products. This is very similar to Printful. They are a print-on-demand partner. They're not really a marketplace. So you first need a Printify account, and you need to take that account and set it up with one of their integrations. I know a lot of people are also using Printify for Etsy, so that is what we are going to do here. So you can go through and pick the different options. I'm simply going to pick, how about a woman's the boyfriend tee? So we'll choose this one. And Printify actually offers different print partners. So if you're inside of your Printify account and you add a product, you'll notice that there are different print partners for each product. These are going to offer different prices. They're going to offer different shipping times, different colors. So make sure before you mass upload anything, you figure out which print provider you want to use. So this shirt, the boyfriend tee, is going to offer 3 different print providers. So you'll want to make sure that you do this manually first to decide which print provider would be best for your business. So we're going to go ahead and pick this one. Now, in order to set this up to push to an integration, we're going to have to pick the store name here. Now, the store name inside of Printify can be found in the upper right-hand corner. Let me go ahead and bring a window over here so you guys can see it. All right, so this is what Printify is going to look like. Now, in the upper right-hand corner, there will be a drop-down menu. Simply click that, and you'll see the different stores that you've connected or not connected. In this case, we're going to use this one. It says Grand Canyon Designs. I've integrated this test store to Printify. So you want to type this out inside of PodConnect exactly as it's written. We'll come in here, and we'll simply put that in. Now PodConnect knows what store to upload to and what print provider to use. All we need to do is map the options again. So for the front side of the shirt, we're going to do the image path. For the back side, I don't want a back side on the shirt, so we're just simply going to leave it blank. For colors, we'll pick a few colors here. And we'll have to pick the preview color of the shirt. So what mockup is going to get pushed to Etsy? We can pick from the colors that we've selected. I'm going to go with the turquoise. I think that'll look good. And the data, finally, you're mapping the same thing. So title, we're going to use the same title in our CSV file. Description, same thing. Price, same thing. And then we get to shipping profile. If you have set up a shipping profile for the specific product in Etsy, you'll want to add it here or add it to your CSV file. I would recommend leaving this blank because when you leave the shipping profile inside of Printify blank, it's automatically going to create a new shipping profile for the print provider that you've picked. So by leaving this blank, you're going to make sure that nothing messes up and that it's right every time depending on what print provider you've selected. Now that is literally all of the options here. We picked everything. We've set everything up. We can now head over to the last tab. This is the Uploader tab. Now in order to use the Uploader tab, you come over here. It's going to show you all the services that we offer. Simply select the ones you want to use. Okay. In this case, I'm going to do all of them. And click on Show Details for each one. Make sure that you've selected the right things while setting it up. Make sure that, yes, this is the right design. This is the right description because you want to make sure everything matches up. Now, once it's matched up here, I would recommend running a trademark check. So we'll just click Check. And it says 17 issues. You can go through and you can take a look at these on the USPTO government website to make sure that, yes, you are not infringing on anyone's trademark and you're not going to run into any problems. Now, once you're done, everything looks good. We have Redbubble, Printful, Spreadshirt, Teespring, and Printify ready to go here. We would simply click Start Uploading. And when we did that, it would open up a window for each product to make sure that we log in. And then once it's logged in, it will automatically go through all of your designs and upload them to the products that you've selected.